Oh, she thought she was real cute in that little intro. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing a little voiceover today. I like to throw these in once in a while. Okay, so we are starting out with the Causemetics Bye Bye Makeup Wipes. I've been using these for a few weeks and I kind of love them. They're really good. Then I am going in with my Smashbox Primer Water. Just doing a little spritz. I like this. I don't know what it does for my makeup, but it's refreshing. And then we are going to use the bougiest primer that I've ever seen in my entire life. This is the new Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. It's very bougie. Like it comes with this chip. It looks like a poker chip and it has like a little line on it and you're supposed to scrape it to the line and that's how much product you use. It's kind of crazy. And I was sad that I dented it because it was so pretty. But I've been testing this out and so far I think I like it. I'm still not sure, but everyone's like raving about it. It has a nice scent to it. It feels good. It didn't make me oily. Usually primers like this that are kind of in like a solid kind of make me oily, but this one didn't. And my foundation laid really nicely over top of it. So far, so good. It's just so bougie. Like the packaging, everything, it's crazy, but it does smell good. And then I'm going in with, what foundation did I use? I filmed this last week. I used my NARS Natural Radiant foundation, which is pretty much my favorite foundation. And I used the shade Santa Fe. And I mixed in just a little tiny bit of Barcelona because Santa Fe was a little bit too light on its own. So I'm just blending that in with my LA Girl Beauty Sponge, which is my most favorite sponge in the history of sponges. It's so good and you can get a 2-pack for like $7. If you guys have not tried this sponge, I urge you to try it. It's so soft and squishy and I love it so much. Like way better than the Beauty Blender. I know people swear by the Beauty Blender, but I have not used an actual beauty blender in probably 6 months. I know, kind of crazy. So now I'm taking my Becca Aqualuminous Concealer in the shade Medium and just putting it on my hyperpigmentation. This is my new favorite concealer. Now I'm taking the same concealer in Light. I love this concealer so much. I just sprayed a little Fix Plus on my sponge because my under eyes, I feel like I've been talking about it nonstop, but they're dry as hell, like so dry. And this concealer is the best. Like I love it so much. And then I'm taking a little bit, same concealer just to brighten up like the center of my face. And I'm rocking a little baby bun today. I was planning on filming a super natural look and then I sit down and I just kind of get carried away. So things happened, but I really like the way the look turned out. So we're just going with it. Oh, this is a little thing that I've been doing. So I do my concealer like normal and then I take a little bit more concealer just on the areas where my circles are the darkest. Circles, you know. And I just blend it in with my finger and I don't know, it really makes the dark circles kind of disappear when you just focus it on the areas that you're darkest. Did that make sense? Now, my life is forever changed with this powder. So this is the new Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder and this brush, holy hell, it's so good. I love this powder. I'm kind of picky with loose powders because my face can't hold a lot of powder. It just cakes up on me and I can't handle a lot of powder. But this powder is changing my life. Oh, I kept this clip in so you guys could see the back of my hair. Like, total fail, Nicole. Anyway, moving on to my Chanel Bronze Day Chanel, another bougie product. But I've been using this with my little attachment that goes on the Clarisonic. It's like the little brush attachment. And I think I like it. It does a really good job with cream or liquid bronzers. It's foolproof. Like you really can't mess it up. Bronzer and contour for me are the one area where I kind of like, ugh, I like tense up because I always feel like there's so much room for error. But I don't know, it's been working out really well. It looked a little warm on camera, but I swear in person it didn't. Then I'm taking my Marc Jacobs Dewdrops. What are they called? You know the ones. They're like the coconut drops. The best liquid highlighter that I've ever used. I'm trying to get more into cream products. So I just took a little of this on the areas where I would normally highlight. I go over it with powder highlighter, but I don't know. I feel like it adds a little something. So I like it. I like the way it's been looking. And then I'm taking that same Hourglass powder and I'm just doing a little baking. Just a little bit. I only bake like right under where I do my contour because that's the only area of my face that doesn't cake up with powder. And then I'm not baking, but I'm just taking some of the powder to set certain areas of my face. This brush, you guys, is like $64, but I'm telling you, if you want to splurge on a bomb-ass makeup brush, I've been using it for everything. Like bronzer, blush, my under eyes, everything. I love this brush. It is so soft. And I'm usually not a fan of double-sided brushes, but I'm telling you, this brush it's changed my life. My life is forever changed because of this little brush. Who knew? Anyway, moving on. So now we are taking the very much talked about KimXMario Palette. I'll get more into it, but we're going to do a look with this palette, obviously. So first, I'm priming my lids with my Smashbox Primer in Light. And I have mixed feelings about this palette. I'm just setting my lids now with the same translucent powder. Oh, but there's no shade in the palette for my crease, just like a nice transition shade. So I just went into, I think that was Orange Soda from ABH. I'll have everything down below. So I'm just running that through my crease, just like a nice, like very soft peachy shade. But this palette, I do think it's beautiful. It's an amazing palette. It blends well. It wears well. The colors are vibrant. Like, I think it's a great palette. I just feel like I've seen it before. There's no shade in the palette that is super unique. I don't know. So I do think it's good. If you don't have these shades and you look at this and you think, I would get so much use out of that, go for it. You will love it. But I feel like most of us makeup obsessed people already have this in their collection. So that's just my thoughts on it. That's pretty much the same thing I said in an Instagram post. So that may have all sounded like a repeat. But anyway, you guys can pretty much see what I'm doing. Just taking this deeper shade. It's like a deeper, like warm orangey red shade. I'm running it through my crease. These mattes are wonderful. They blend so beautifully. Like, I had no problems with anything. The foiled shades are very foiled. So no complaints whatsoever. I feel like I already have it in my collection like 5 times over. But I changed it up today. Usually, you guys know, on my lid, I will do like a champagne shade. But I wanted to change it up a little bit and do this almost like monochromatic look where it's just like copper, just kind of like blown out. So I took this beautiful coppery shade and put it on my lid. And I think it looked really pretty. I don't know why on camera sometimes my crease doesn't look blended. But I swear in person, that crease was looking real fine. I was so proud of myself, and then I look at the footage and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, it doesn't look blended. But a lot of things look different on camera. Anyway, moving on. So I just put that all over my lid. I couldn't find my MAC 242 and I was pissed. So I took just this flat shader brush from Clover, put a little Fix Plus on it, and I'm taking this very light gold shade. I was still annoyed about the 242. And I just took a little bit on the center of my lid just to give it that little pop. And it's really bright and pretty when you wet it with Fix Plus. I feel like any shadow is better with Fix Plus. That's like no dig on Kim's palette because the foiled shades in here are actually really nice on their own. But I was just kind of playing around at this point. So just put a little bit on the center, and that's pretty much it. Then we are going into this deep, it's like a cool tone brown. I do like this color, but it kind of scares me for the crease because it's pretty dark for me. So I just used it as liner, trying to keep it safe. So after I do that, I think we're moving on to, oh yes, I am using Costa-Riche from MAC on my waterline and my tight line. This is the best brown eyeliner ever. And then I'm taking that like medium tone brown shade and I'm putting it on my lower lash line. And this is the point. Watch how good this blends. I mean, it just blends out so nicely. And I remember when I was filming this, as I was blending this out, I was like, well, damn. These shadows are amazing. You can like see it. Yeah, look, like they're so good. They really are amazing. So if you're looking for these shades, I recommend this. I really do. I know everybody's talking about it and you see a lot of people that get it as PR and you're like, wait, are they being honest? But it really is a great palette. So now I'm just taking a little bit of this deeper, warm orangey shade and I'm putting it on the outer part of my lower lash line. I like this look. I think it was cool because it kind of matched my sweater. I know that sounds silly, but I thought it turned out pretty good. So I am now taking that coppery shade that I put on my lid and just putting a little bit on the inner part of my lower lash line. And then I'm taking this, okay, this shade, it's like a very, very light champagne. It's a little bit chunky though. I thought that was going to be my favorite in the palette, but I don't know, it's just a little bit chunky. And then I filled my brows in off camera, but I'm taking the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Brow Gel in dark brown. I love this stuff. That little tiny wand is so good for just like defining and kind of making certain areas like feather up. It's really good. I took MAC Nylon on my brow bone because I don't feel like there's a good shade for me in Kim's palette. And then I'm just blending. So what are we doing next, Nicole? Oh, we're still brow boning. So, brow boning? So I'm still taking MAC Nylon. I may have gone a little hard with MAC Nylon. I don't know. But later in the day, I was on the phone with Erin, like we were FaceTiming, and the first thing she said when I answered the phone was, oh, we're going that hard with the brow bone. And I was like, okay, maybe I went a little hard. So now I'm taking my Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. Mine is starting to dry out, but that is the best mascara that I've ever used. And my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash, the best mascara for the lower lashes. And then I'm going in with this bronzer from Glamour Dolls. Let me give you guys the exact name. It is the Lisa Frank and Glamour Dolls Bitten and Bronzed Matte Bronzer. It's $5 and it is amazing. So good. I love it. The shade is perfect. It's not too cool. It's not too warm. Seriously, the best $5 that, I mean, I didn't spend because they sent it to me as PR, but it will be the best $5 that you've ever spent. Seriously, it's great. And then I'm going in with this Butter Blush in Plum Rose. It was a little bit too cool toned for this look, so you'll see in a second I go over it with something else, but I do love this blush, just not for this look. So I'm now going into Milani Luminoso, which never lets me down. I love this blush. Everybody should own it. It is incredible. Like better than 90% of my high-end blushes. And then we are going to highlight. And I'm using this gorgeous Milani highlighter. I've talked about these before. I feel like they're a dupe for the NARS Banque de Sable, which is my favorite highlighter of all time. They are incredible. These are Milani. They're drugstore. They're inexpensive. And they're so nice. They're not powdery. I don't feel like they emphasize texture, but I don't have texture in that area of my face. So that's not a problem that I deal with. I have other areas, but not that. So I don't feel like they would emphasize texture though. They're amazing. If you're looking for a highlighter, you need it. Oh, and then I thought I was going to be super cute, and I already have these little like beauty spots on my face, or like little freckles. I just wanted to deepen them up a little bit, and I think it looked really cute. And then I'm setting with my favorite setting spray, the Morphe Mist. Morphe, what is it called? Continuous Setting Mist. It's amazing. And then I took this liner from Marc Jacobs. It's from the little cream and sugar set that you can get at Sephora. I don't know. I don't love this liner though. I really like Marc Jacobs liners, but this one, it's a little too creamy for me, but we're just going to let it slide. Then I'm using Kim's lipstick. It is called Classic K. It is phenomenal. If you get one thing from her collection, I would recommend this lip. It is so good. Oh my gosh, I love it. The color's perfect. It's like a peachy nude, which I usually don't go for. Oh, and then I think I took Spice from MAC just because I wanted a little bit more definition. But this lipstick, you guys, it goes on creamy, then it kind of dries down, and it lasts on me forever. I love it so much. And that's my look. Oh, she's still feeling herself. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you guys. I will see you next time. Bye!
Eyeshadow palette, and then 3 lip products as well. We've got 2 glosses and a cream lipstick. I bought this entire bundle for $85, which is pretty pricey, but if you break it down for eyeshadow palette, 3 lip products, it's not horrifying. When I sat down to do my makeup, I was going to do a supernatural, glowy makeup look. I'm ready for a gala. Oh wait, where's the other one? The best thing to happen in my life has been this Becca Aqua Luminous Concealer. Oh my god. Thank you for not creasing and settling into my dry, fine, crusty-ass under eyes. Thank you. I love you. I feel you, judgy eyes, and I don't care. It's a good day. Have a good day. It's a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. Another freaking eyelash? Are you kidding me? That's a wrap, bitch. That's a wrap on the Kim K. Good job, Kim. Good job, girl. Good job. It's a wrap. Thanks for being here today. Really, really appreciate it.